Oh yeah!
Alright, hope everybody's having a good one. Welcome to Planet Coaster 2 with Cookie Pirate. Jimpers, I saw your message come through like 2 or 3 seconds before I hit the start streaming button. So yeah, welcome. Tonight I think we're just gonna check out some creations, maybe jump in a couple parks, maybe jump around a little bit. So, those of you who may not have seen the post that I made on my channel yesterday, I had to work last night. But before I left for work, I decided I would make a little bit of a weekend challenge. Just saying, hey, try building one of these coasters, theme it, and I put it up for today. Dale, what's going on, man? Welcome. Do have a coaster I'd like you to check out. It should fit in the Mythology Park. Alright. Well, let me tell you what. I'll go ahead and pull that up. There's a pretty good amount of open land still in that park. So, last time on here, we actually did add the RMC. Such a cool ride. I think it's a good addition. And it's got a pretty decent crowd of people getting on it. People making their way over. So anyway, here we are. And Jimpers, I'm ready whenever you are for the code. Now, I kept this pretty open-ended, but I did suggest if you were able and willing to try to make one of 5 that we really just don't see many of. The RMC single rail, B&M stand-up. And I'm talking the old traditional stand-up, kind of like Vortex, Carowinds, Riddler's Revenge at Magic Mountain, etc. The Intamin Wing, kind of like the Skyrush model. Premier Rides, launched LSMs, and the SNS Crazy Mouse model. Alright, let me get the code. Front bumper POV. That's pretty usual for you. Live results? Okay. I'll keep that tab open. Oh, this is a floorless. Interesting. Hey, Bromic, what's going on? Buenos nachos. Oh, man. That's pretty funny. I actually... Oh, whoops. I actually made a cowboy stew meal that I made a couple of weeks ago. It's basically ground beef, kielbasa sausage, bacon, potatoes, corn, tomatoes, some spices. And it's like a stew. It's actually really good. So to add variety to the elements, I replaced the 0G roll with a 0G winder. Guess I'll just search. New gen floorless, there we go. Oh, I remember you making this and you showed it that one time. It was a while back. But yeah, we'll check this out. Ah. Sounds good. I would add some kind of beans to it. Ah, I forgot to switch to the front bumper. So you've got the 0G kind of JoJo roll at the front there. Not really 0G, it's more of a Heartline JoJo. Beans, 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 the magical... Oh, here we go. Dale. It's called Cool Florless, oh yeah. Yeah, Bromik, the recipe actually does call for beans, but I'm not a fan of beans, so I don't add it in. What? It's the wrong coaster? What? I searched it and I was like, I saw new gen and I'm like, that's gotta be it right there. Cool Florless, there, gosh, okay. Well, I'm glad you stopped me. Alright, nothing's below ground. I mean, we could go back and look at that one too, but... Alright, let me get on it. Pro streamer moment, guys. I like the profile of that drop. Ooh. Up into the mid-course. I like that. That feels pretty typical for a Florless in terms of the inversions. And kind of the layout and everything like that. The 0G winder is pretty neat. I like... Oh, they don't! I was gonna say that didn't seem like they interlocked. And they don't. That's actually really neat. It kind of gives you a little bit of an illusion that they do, but they don't. Which is really neat. So I like that. That's pretty unique. Here's that 0G winder. It's basically a 0G roll, except it kind of sends you out on a curve. And it's interesting that you put that after the vertical loop, but before the dive loop. And then you've got the Cobra roll up into the mid-course, and then your two corkscrews there at the end. I like this. I actually really like the profile of this first drop. Hey, Maria. First challenge, kind of nervous. For what? I like that. Heck, I mean, I put a lot of effort into this. This isn't all that spectacular, other than I say I'm quite proud of myself for how the interlocking corkscrews came out, but then just about everything else is meh. I mean, the vertical loop came out nice. All this other stuff is like whatever. A little bit of a throwaway moment. It's a meme. Oh. Yeah, no, I don't get it. Has to come out pretty good. Alright. So, who made a coaster for the contest, and who wants me to look at it? I figured I was probably not going to get much tonight, given that it was kind of short notice. But I think we'll do something with that in the next week or so, when I actually make something. Kind of more determinate, more... not formal, maybe isn't the right word, but kind of less of a spur of the moment. I kind of want to plan it out and come up with some actual, like, rules and try to come up with some sort of a reward. I don't know, like buy somebody a DLC or something. Yeah, Jimper's a stand-up would be a good one. The only stand-up, not counting Pipeline, which is not the classic B&M stand-up. So the only true, like, original B&M stand-up that I've been on is Vortex, and that ride sucks. But I would like to imagine that it was fun when it first came out. I've heard good things, despite its age. I've heard that Riddler's Revenge over at Magic Mountain has actually kept up pretty well. And just looks like such a fun coaster. It's intense. It's got the double dive loops, the inclined loop, and then the layout looks pretty unique. Chang at, well, what was Six Flags Kentucky Kingdom, then became Green Lantern, moved to Great Adventure, RIP. They took that out with King Dakar. So stand-up coasters are really just kind of a dying breed. They've got the one Georgia Scorcher over at Six Flags over Georgia. And I'd like to make my way out there sometime. Not really for that, but I'd definitely give that a try, because I've heard good things about that coaster as well. But I'd like to imagine those stand-ups were really good back in the day. What have I even accomplished in here? Why is not a whole lot. This flying coaster was the first, and by far the best of the ones that I've made in this park. You've got the old... This was intended to be an aero looper, loosely based off of Carolina Cyclone. I actually built this, like a few days after I had gone to Carowinds earlier in, like, either the late spring or early summer. It's loosely based off of that, because it's got the double loops, and then the two corkscrews and the helix. Definitely takes a bit different configuration. Having internet issues tonight, oh man. Hey, well look, somebody's got a pool ring. Oh, and just jumped off it, and it magically, like, disappeared. Ah! Same. Let me check. Yeah, no, I'm not seeing... I don't have any dropped frames. It doesn't look like anything on my end. So I was like, wait, it might not be you all. It could be on my end, but... No, I don't know. Dragon's Fire actually is the same layout as Carolina Cyclone, except the corkscrews... Dragon's Fire corkscrews to the left while Cyclones goes to the right. Useless fact. No, that's actually interesting. I didn't realize that. Oh, and look, they're stuck at the top of the lift hill. Oh gosh! It broke down. Yeah, somebody's gonna have to go fix that. Stuck in the station. And these people are on top of the lift hill. Any day now, folks. Oh, man. Are they happy? I don't know. Yes. That doesn't look like a happy face, but she's happy. Yeah, alright, so it hasn't been too long. That'll change pretty quickly. Yep, got it fixed. Be on his way out. We've got another ride attendant coming up, so should be good to go in a minute. Need a mechanic? Oh! I know where you're going with that, Maria. Yep, there we go. It's running. Alright. It doesn't look like a happy face, but she's happy. It's how I'd... how I'd describe myself. Oh, yeah. And I know a few people like that. Alright, so I don't actually plan on staying in this park and working on it today. It was kind of just loaded in since it had the space, and Jimper suggested to place the floorless there. Does anybody else have anything they want me to check out tonight? Because I've got time. I don't think this is going to end up being a super long stream. Sorry, I was just checking something out on my second monitor real quick. Grasshoppers, crickets. Alright. I just posted a poll there. This is probably going to end up being one of the parks that I really just don't end up developing any further. I kind of had a great idea for it early on, and then it just has not come together the way that I wanted it to. So, you know, with the exception of the flying coaster, which I actually have saved as a blueprint, I would definitely hold on to that. And the terrain can be, you know, worked around it and stuff. Alright, so we got 3 votes for the Tropical Park and 1 for the Viking Park. Alright. That's pretty quick. So if anybody has anything they want me to check out, then let me know. Otherwise, I think I'll go ahead and jump into that there. Jimpers, I really like this floorless, though. This is neat. Like, this was very enjoyable to check out. Alright. here we are. Bromik did a great job with the rework of the Surf Coaster. This is just phenomenal. I'm so happy with how this came out. Did a fantastic job with it. In fact, you know what? We're going to give this a POV. We're going to give it a POV in place in this park, because when I checked it out, we just did the POV from the, Yeah, Jimpers, yeah, we were speaking, you know, the same idea at the same time. This will be my showcase for tonight. Alright, here we go. I love that corkscrew. Got that really cool overbanked turn. Oh, I love that too. The outer banked curve. Yeah, what a fantastic remake. And that's it right there in the test. Oh, look, nobody's getting on it. Because the price. Let's change that. 0. I wonder what happens if you set a negative price. Will it let you? No. Oh, okay. Pay you to get on it. Oh. Alright, hold on. Shut it down. Here's why. There's a glitch sometimes when you place the gates that you can't place them like next to each other. And when that happens, you actually have to pull the two entrances off. Alright, let me make sure I have this right. Pink is the priority. Yes. And teal is the regular. So I'll come back in and place the entrance, and now they let you go like right in place with each other. And then all we have to do right here is oh, come on. Alright, let's do this. Straight. Actually want that round so it matches. And there we go, it should all be tied in, and it looks good there. My only critique is that it needs a couple more inversions. I feel like 3 would be good. I don't know about 3. I see where you're coming from with that. I mean, one thing about it, the only surf coaster in existence is Pipeline. Down at SeaWorld Orlando. Proud to be one that can... Excuse me, hiccup. One that can say that I've been on it. And it was a super fun ride. Granted, it's a prototype. So I think there are a lot of things that they could do differently. I'm not saying that they should have done differently, but can do differently in the future should they build more of these types of rides. It only has one inversion, and I don't count the overbanked turn as an inversion. I felt like the one was enough. I could definitely see them doing 2. I mean, 3 would be... 3 would be fine. But I don't think, like, you know, I don't feel that you would need 3 to make the ride feel, like, substantial or complete. Because these surf coasters, they focus more on... If you look at the trains, they focus more on the, like, hydraulic mechanism of having your feet kind of go up and down, like, up off of the surfboard. So they prioritize good air on them more than the bone-crushing positive G-forces that you find on the old stand-up coasters. So I don't fully agree with you on that. However, I see where you're coming from, and I don't hard disagree. Like, I'd gladly go on one of these with 3 inversions, just like I would go on one with just 1 inversion. So, alright, let me make sure prices are right. Priority pass. Station timing looks good. And do we need to reconnect the photo camera? No. Maybe? That one there. Hey, Ben Player, what's going on? Working on something. Alright, good deal. Alright, let's open it up. Maria, if I were building coasters, they would need to have negative prices. We pay you if you make it to the end of the ride. Oh man, I'm not sure. As much as I love coasters, somebody that would develop something like that, I think would have to come up with something pretty diabolical. Like, I mean, anybody could just create a bad coaster, so to speak, that just isn't realistic, doesn't do well. But if somebody actually tried to create something that was intended to be ridden, and have it be a challenge, like, can you actually, like, withstand the coaster? Somebody would have to be really diabolical to do something like that. I like the layout if you're looking top-down from this. It's not really compact, because it is pretty long in terms of, like, from the linear dimension, but it's actually not too terribly wide. I mean, this comes out a bit far, compared to the rest of the ride, but it fits in a relatively compact area, which is nice. And the cool thing about it is it looks like, if you get a view from it back here, there's a lot of overlap. So the track crosses over itself several times. There's a lot of 180s, some S-turns, of course, the corkscrew and stuff like that. And the really cool thing about that is it actually fits a lot of track in that smallish space, which is really neat. I like coasters that are built like that. Not all of your really good coasters have to take up a whole ton of room. Speaking of really good coaster, I want you all to check out the Wild Mouse. Just kidding. I'm glad you all can't see me on camera, because I could not keep a straight face while I was saying that. Wild Mouse is probably the worst coaster in the park. This one actually was pretty cool to build. The Impulse. I actually thought about suggesting some people try an Intamin Impulse, but I thought it would probably be a bit too easy. These are really easy to make. No surprise it's so popular. Oh, man. I'm thinking of kind of what I want to do with this whole area. Tear most of that up and replace it. Even do something different with the water over here. Maybe even just fill this back in. I think one thing that would be really good for this ride would be to give it a little bit more theming, some actual effects out here in the water. A little bit of better scenery along the beach. I mean, you've got this great scenery behind the coaster, but it doesn't really do anything for the ride rating. It's not close enough. It would be nice if they would increase the amount of laps you can have on the Impulse coaster. Can you not? For some reason I thought you could. That's not the Impulse. There it is. Increase the number of laps on the Vekoma SLC? Yeah. Well, that would be brutal. Alright. Just for trial. Gonna make a bare bones very basic, just so it's something functional. You can, I think, increasing the torture level. Yeah, for the Vekoma SLCs. Oh, well, I guess you cannot for this. Because it actually doesn't let you run it in a block mode. Yeah. Well, pretty basic of how that looks. One I did just gave a longer launch and the vertical loop. But these things are cool. They don't take up a big footprint at all. They're very narrow. Now you can build them with turns and other stuff like that, but they don't take up a big footprint. They're relative crowd pleasers. We've got the Jumbo Hyper over here. Oh, Dale's got something for us to check out. Oh, good deal. Alright, is this going to require a new park? I would imagine. We don't have a lot of room in this. Tell you what, let me save. Sorry, late to the party. No, it's fine. Let me get that code and we'll check it out. Oh, this is actually a park of its own. All right. Well. Stanley's RS Steamer. Alright. Those of you who know, you know. Call 1-800-CLEANER. I know I'm messing that up, but that's the name of it reminded me of. Oh, wow. Alright, well, look at that. So starting out over here, you just have, you've got the buses. Entrance gates, and you walk right away. Gelato Bros, guest services, and so delightful. I'm actually going to get on foot, and we're going to go through this. Alright, it's going to make me start there. You can actually go up here. What is it? Ah, yes, a railroad. Very cool. So in this park also, Dale incorporates the railroad. This must be the exit. No, that's the entrance. The restrooms. That's the exit there. That is a lime green bus if I've ever seen one. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Must be a little bit of a delay. So now we come out to here kind of in this main street. Ooh, excuse me. A hiccup all of a sudden. Got the old locomotive right there. It's like a super old, like a wagon or truck. It's really neat. Got the old style brick buildings. It looks really cool. This is so pretty. Cafe Mr. Clock. Huh. 1849. Interesting. Jimpers I did not. Well, I did say it does not need to be themed. I highly recommend it to be themed, but if you don't, it's fine. Not for this first one. It's not anything serious. Now, I think I will ask for theming in some future ones, perhaps. But I know some people just prefer to build the rides. Dale, no. I love this music. That's the soundtrack at the entrance for my Viking park. What is this here? Oh, take a look here. It's the bumper cars. I really like the way that all of this is built. Kind of within a brick building, but also it looks like it's almost like carved out of a cave. Academy of Science and STEAM. And then the Cosmic Cow milkshakes over there. Got an info. Ooh, wow. That's upside down. Yeah, but this looks really cool. Oh, you're missing the bonus ride pack. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one that I don't have either. Velvet Tap Brewery. Yo, look at that. That is really cool. Looks like a, it's part scientific, but it also has the feel of like a medieval tavern. That is gorgeous. This is my first ever steampunk themed I've ever attempted. Oh, it's coming out nicely. I like it. There's another railroad track. And you come up over this way. Oh, this is an invert. Yeah, we gotta get on this. 100%. Come on. Would you be down to collab for the challenge, mostly because I can't build to save my life in PC2? Oh. Yeah, I would say save that though, for when I set up an actual challenge. This first one that I just mentioned yesterday is more just kind of for fun, just let people, you know, try something out, see what they can do. Forgot to put music. Ah, it's okay. Oh my gosh. That is a brutal element. That's really neat though. Then my coaster will remain unthemed. If it's for a reward, I'm going all out. I feel like I should set something up a bit more structured. Cookie can sing while we're riding. What? No! Play piano while the coaster's moving now? Da 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 da! Beethoven's Fifth. You don't even have to know classical music to know that famous tune. Cookie has seen Soaring Gardens. Yeah, that is a really good point. The challenge isn't for a reward, so I don't see a reason to theme it. Yeah, no, that's fine. I wasn't expecting anybody to go all out on this. Just kind of more of a suggestion of, you know, try building this or that. So this was pretty cool. We'll come back and check out the, kind of the overall coaster layout here in a bit. Thomas H. Huxley Herbivoria. Ooh. This definitely has that old school feel. Uh-oh. It's got that old school feel to it. I really like that. This must be... Oh no, this is going back up the way we came. Yeah, this is where I wanted to go before I got on the invert. Volcania Bank Company, Corporation. So delightful. So delightful corner. Oh. Can't actually go in it. Miss Molly music class? Oh, wow. Oh, cool. Take a look at that right there. That's pretty cool. That's where you'll find me. A restaurant over here. There's an aquarium. Wait. Oh man, this is awesome. So you come in here, you get to eat or drink, and then you get to watch a group of moray eels singing some jazz tunes. That is so funny. And you've got another one. Is he gonna come out and bite me if I try to go into the staff-only room? No. You're not allowed back there. You didn't request a VIP access. Oh, man. Dang. What's back here? Okay. Another side of the restaurant, perhaps? Really cool steam locomotive. Kind of on display there. Can you get up to the second floor? I'm curious. I know the owner of this park. Dale, wow. Get out! Yeah, that's really cool though. Got a couple other shops over here. Gulpy, Gelato Bros. Wow. Burt and Company, 1850. These cool relics. Kind of souvenirs. You used all their blueprint. Oh, yeah. It still looks super cool. The Nautilus restaurant. Okay, that's, yeah, there's the moray eels. So that's where we were before. You think you used all of them? Well, I could see that. Hey. It's all about being resourceful. Alright, now how do we get down there? Alright, I'm gonna take a shortcut. So here's all of that. This is the stuff on the... Yeah, Electric Wagons Test Factory. Alright, so that's the bumper cars. Excuse me. That's fantastic. I missed that before. Velvet Tap, info, yeah, so we saw all of that. We made our way out this way. Up here's the restaurant with the singing moray eels. That's gonna become a running joke in here. That's just so cool, though. Restaurant Expeditions, that's the one with the train. So we saw all that. Jump, yeah, right. Railroad station there. And then if you... So you'd have to come down here. It's a little bit tricky to navigate. So far. Herbivora, there's that. We were there. Can we not go... Oh, yeah, okay, it's through here, so this is actually open. And this is the last thing in the park. Discovery Tower, staff-only Discovery Store. Oh, yeah, you reused this from, I'm trying to remember which one, but definitely from one of the parks that you had shown before. Because that looks very familiar, because you've got the windows up at the top, and you've got the... Yeah. So you can see it. It is really cool. I love the way that this looks. This is fantastic. Yeah, so this invert actually takes up a huge amount of space. It's a pretty lengthy ride. Really good excitement. Good ratings. Those G-forces are a little bit extreme. Good lord. Negative 5.7 on the negative G's. That'd be getting, like, a Chuck Norris roundhouse kick into outer space. 9 inversions, 5 pops of airtime that are actually pretty well sustained. And the coaster overall, 5,900 feet, just under 2 minutes ride time, 76 miles an hour top speed, and the first drop was 191 feet. So it's really sprawling layout. This is a very... Yeah, this is a very wacky inversion right here. It actually tilts you and you're kind of upside down right there. I would just imagine that that's actually pretty brutal. It's like an airtime hill you find on a hyper. That is really neat. The coaster's cool, Dale. You've got kind of a cut back, but it continues to roll over. Another inversion there, then a second lift hill. Then you get the vertical loop. 0G roll. This is the Sea Serpent element. It's basically a half of a Cobra roll. And then the second half of the Cobra roll is turned. And then you exit the inversion the direction you were going in. And then another corkscrew. Papa airtime and into the final breaks. Really neat coaster. That's very creative. All thanks to Brawlmick. Thank you again. And also, we're training Air Force recruits now, brother. That is really cool. So this is off to a good start. I like what you have going on. Oh, look at that view. What a cool view. Kind of the side profile of the invert, with the buildings in the background. So yeah, thanks for sharing. I appreciate that. Alright, we're gonna jump back into the tropical park for a bit. I don't think this is gonna be a very long stream tonight. It's kind of early, but I'm actually a little bit on the tired side already. Alright, here we are. Excuse me, loaded back in. Wait like 10 minutes. It was all for the showcase? Well, alright. You say you did a really good job with it. And alright, here we've got the river rapids. Mine train. Most of y'all have seen all of this stuff before anyway. You know, I want to give this Gerstlauer a ride. Yeah, band player, I'll wait for you. That's fine. Probably another 30 minutes or so, and I'll likely end up just calling it an evening. Yeah, a lot going on right there. And you've got the little cannons up on top of the fortress here. Yeah, Brawlmick made this quite a while back. I had said when I was working on this before I went back to the Viking Park that I would like a Gerstlauer in this park, and I tried to build one and it just did not come out well. And he actually tried his hand at one, and this one came out fantastic. those people did not look very happy when we clicked on them, but... Is this... Oh yeah, they're sending out. Park rating and guest count are still going up, which is a good sign. It's gonna start getting busy around some... Whoa, look at that! Look at the whole crowd of people. This is like Manhattan during rush hour. Paths are actually getting a bit congested. Got this Giants pool back over here. Actually is a decent crowd of people. All these chairs, though, for basically nothing. I think a lot of people just actually go through here to get to something in the back of the park. Take a shortcut. Because I think the way it's programmed is the guests will take the shortest route via path to get to somewhere. Which makes sense. Coaster actually has a pretty decent crowd of people going to get on it, which is a good sign. And the gift shop looks pretty busy. The ride photos. Yeah, this should start turning a profit here. Oh, it would be so cool if they got on the launch at the same time. It would be like they were racing each other. And we got a crowd of people coming up to eat. I feel like this is my favorite thing in this park. Probably just the most kind of thought went into it. Alright. I want to try something. I'm going to experiment with something here. This coaster just doesn't really get any bit of a crowd. And I wonder if it's just because it's kind of isolated. So I'm actually going to try something. Just hypothetically, what would happen if we built a path for people to get over to this coaster faster? Or is the coaster just perhaps a bit too intense? I don't know. There's really not much of a line for this one either. I just wonder if it's because they're isolated. Alright, well at the minute we don't have anybody to run this. He's probably gone off to take his break. And we don't have anybody to run that coaster. Alright, let me get her over here.
Whoa!
Oh no, he's on his way over. Let's save him a little bit of time. Because I think these people here... Well, they're okay. But I know they'll start to get cranky if they're on here too much longer. Oh no, she's not happy. She's not happy. Yeah, none of these people are happy. They're like, get me off of here! So it must have been a fair bit of time that they've actually been sitting here while there wasn't an attendant to operate the ride. Hold on. I just gave him a shortcut. And he wandered off. What? Oh my gosh, what is going on with this? Well, it said somebody was headed over to this coaster. And I picked him up and gave him a shortcut. And nope. Like, what in the world? Now they're trading out. Now they're not even getting on it. Like, are you kidding me right now? Go figure. Okay, no, something is bugged here. Something is definitely off. Hire another staff member? No, I don't need to. I've got a ton of ones that are free and available that are just not going to get on it. It could be glitched. Because I've actually seen this happen before. Alright, so let's see if this guy's going over. Alright, let me pick him up and put him on the staircase and see. Looking for work. Are they getting, like, reassigned? Go out and go back in? Yeah, I might have to. That was just bizarre. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, this time it gets right back on it. Yeah, weird bug. Yeah, so in that case, Dale, yeah. A simple exit out and load back in. Fix it. They're just gonna send out an empty train. And we'll get these people off. Ba, ba, da, ba. Alright, now they're happy. Now they're like, finally, we're getting off. It'll be cool to see if we get more people coming over this way to get on this coaster. What was the intensity on it? 5.1. That's not too bad. Oh, hold on. Out! And he's got to walk his happy butt all the way back to the park entrance. He's basically as far back in the park as you can go, and an equal split distance from the railroads. Get him some bathrooms. Yeah, there are some back here, and then there's a couple just right over here. Yeah, Cookie Pirate's on it. Yep. Not letting somebody go break my tables like that. Also, have to see that it gets restored. Oh, we got somebody there already. Perfect. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, if you would direct your attention to the janitor over by the table, we have a little bit of a magic show. She's going to spin her broom in a circle a couple times, and the table is going to magically repair itself. Man, one thing about this though, if you like come up here and just get a glimpse of what's going on with the coaster, you get a great view as that comes through the corkscrew here, you get a view as it turns around over here. Just a really good vantage point. Is this on the brakes? Yeah, it was. For a short time while that train exits the station. Whenever I go back to SeaWorld, I cannot wait. I only got one ride on Pipeline. Really enjoyed it. I can't wait to get more rides on it. I might post a poll on my channel at some point this week, though. Kind of about either a new park or completely, like, redoing one of the existing ones or something like that. More likely just to be an entirely new park from scratch. I always rave about this hypercoaster. I love hypers, though. Start a new multi-themed park. I've considered it. Alright, we've got the code. Let's check it out. And I think this'll be the last thing I do this evening, I think. Oh, it was that first one. Okay. This is just a blueprint. Made in like 2 hours. Hey, that's fine. Would go in first person mode. Alright. Alright, there we go. Oh, wait. Let me undo that. We'll bring this down to ground level here. Yeah, just have to lower it a little bit. But it should be okay. Alright. First person. Oh, what's going on with it? That looks good? Okay. Yeah. All you gotta do is just replace the blueprint. Lower it slightly. This is pretty. The autumn trees, of course, we called it an autumn park. And I'm gonna walk up this way. And that's the exit for the coaster, and then the entrance would be back over that way. The Jacko Coaster. Alright, there we are. The queue is decorated. I will walk back through it. So, the coaster here is just a Vekoma Kitty coaster. Pretty straightforward. Number one, it is cute. And number two, I really like how it interacts with kind of the terrain and the different kind of components around it here. For example, you built the queue around it, and it actually, at a couple points, gets right up next to, albeit a fair bit above, but still, like right there by the queue, which is really neat. We'll walk in that in a minute. So you come back over here. Oh, that's funny. You got the stone statue of a guy cheering and starting to spill his drink. So you get back in. Oh wow, yeah, those look like kind of like pumpkins. So anyway, we come back through around this way. Oh, right around another guy, cheering and spilling his drink. Ooh, this is a very lengthy queue line. I'm gonna take a shortcut. You go through there. You've got the barn. Looks really neat. And then up to here, the station. The station is beautiful. I really like the combination of scenery pieces that you've made to give it this kind of rustic, sort of barn-themed area. Janitors hate this, right? Why so? Because of all the statues of people spilling their drinks? We've got the sunflowers over there. I didn't notice that at first, too. That's really neat. Yeah, you can see the ones right here. Some sunflowers, some other flowers. Those weren't supposed to go there. Yeah, this is absolutely beautiful presentation. Like, I love the way this looks. When you come back there, that's the exit. Not a whole lot of space out that way, but you can probably place a lot of things. If you just step back and get a view from over here, all of the autumn trees and the coaster, it just looks really nice. So, very well done with that. If you look from the top down, this just encompasses like a perfect plot of land in terms of the coaster, the path, and the scenery. It fits so nicely together. It's super well done. Ahem, Intamin Blitz. Yeah, you could do that. Intamin Blitz could be a really good option in here. Take up some space over there. So yeah, very nicely done. I love the view right up top here. The top of the lift. And you got the station, kind of the covering over the queue, all the trees, the flowers, the rocks. It looks just phenomenal. This is one of the most beautiful presentations of a coaster that I've seen in this game. So yeah, super well done. Alright, I think I'm gonna end up calling it a bit of an early evening. I'm actually fairly tired. Just been a long day. So, the good news is I'm off tomorrow, and most, I think, maybe not everybody, but a lot of people will be off Tuesday for Veterans Day. So that means I should be free to stream tomorrow and Tuesday, and hopefully for a little bit of a lengthier period of time if I can figure out exactly what I want to do. I might also try to do some flight sim the next 2 days. Sorry, he's taking a sip of water there. Not a big sip of water. Alright. Good night. Yeah, band player, appreciate it. Hey, great job with this. This is fantastic. It looks great. Thanks for allowing me to join. Absolutely, Dale. Yeah. Yeah, your park and that invert was really cool. So. Alright, we're gonna pick back up with, most likely this. Tomorrow, although I might do flight sim as well. So I'm gonna jump off, get a few things done, and get some rest. So we'll pick back up soon, and appreciate you all hanging out. Hope you all have a great rest of the evening or night. And as always, until next time, take care, stay safe. We'll see ya.